Today's February 3rd, and it's midday. AMC is currently trading at 9:31, so pretty green day, and as we expected, and I think they will have some couple of days green or even greener. So I want to share with you guys three major news that just came out, and I think will give us, really hope that the short squeeze is still to happen. Guys, stick with me for a moment. We're gonna get into it in just a minute. All right, starting with the first one. BlackRock doubled down on their position on AMC stock. This was filed yesterday, February 2nd, to the SEC. SEC being the financial markets regulator. So if for you guys don't know what is a Schedule 13G, a Schedule 13G is a filing that is required by the SEC for every investor in the stock market buying a company stocks that will exceed 5% of the total stock issue in the market. Basically, whenever you have a huge buyout or huge stock buy, from a company's stocks, you need to file a Schedule 13G to the SEC to notify them because it exceeds the 5% mark. So this is what we are having from Investopedia, the definition of 13G. So back to the actual file now, as we are looking at, we can see here AMC Entertainment Holdings and Class A common stock. Now, as we move, this is the filing that BlackRock sent to the SEC. So going down to the number of shares, we have about 6,212,000, basically 6.2 million shares. You can see here AMC Entertainment Holdings Incorporation, BlackRock Inc., which is the company who bought it. And then we're going to see the signature just right below here somewhere with the date, just to make you guys sure about what I'm talking. So here it is, dated February 2nd, 2021, BlackRock Inc. So BlackRock is a major investment firm. Now, this doesn't mean that BlackRock did buy 6 million shares as of yesterday. That means as of February 2nd, they have an outstanding stake of 6 million shares of AMC stock, worth more than 5% of the whole company. So I think before that, prior to that, they had 3 million. So that's why I'm saying they doubled down. So for those of you who don't know who BlackRock is a major company in the financial world. BlackRock is one of the top ranked investment company, investment firm, asset manager, whatever you want to call it. So the fact that AMC is being bought by BlackRock, it gives us, a sentiment, a bullish sentiment, a very bullish sentiment, meaning those companies, they don't play with money. So let's think about it for a moment. Let's say the overall stake they have right now with the 6 million shares, they have an average price of $10 a share. That will still be a $62 million investment, dollar amount. Now, let's say I'm half wrong because never on the 13G file, we never saw the share price at which they bought all those shares. So let's say I'm half wrong. This is still a $31 million investment. Do you really think that a company such as BlackRock will invest $30 million into a company that they don't believe the price will go up? Because those companies, when they buy, they have investors behind them. They have shareholders. So they're not professional. So basically, they do know something that around the share price going up. So that's number one. Second huge news, SSR. Short sale restrictions. You may have heard a bit about it on social media, on other videos on YouTube. So basically, a short sale restrictions, it's a rule put in place in 2010 by the SEC that will prevent a stock that is being shorted consecutively to the point where the price went down more than 10% in 2 consecutive trading session days, not to be shorted anymore. Basically, the SEC is saying if a stock price have been being beaten down and has dropped more than 10% for 2 consecutive trading session days, short sellers back off, back the hell off. This is to prevent the market integrity of the stock market. So this is what short sale restrictions mean. So how does it play into AMC? Now, I think this is one of the big reasons why the stock is up today. I mean, we have other parameters coming into play as well, but this is something that basically played big for us. So the fact that short sellers, and we know we still have shorts into the AMC trades. So those people who shorted are not allowed to trade today, meaning anyone who bought will consequently drive the price up, and up. Why? Because there is no selling pressure coming from those shorts to balance or to counterfeit, the buying pressure. So basically, the fact that we don't have people that are still allowed to buy unlimited shares or even at market price. That is why we are not seeing the share price jumping 25% or 50% or 100% as we saw last week on Wednesday. So I think this is still to come, but this is another major big news that I think is coming into play, and we'll see how it does play tomorrow as well. It's a big deal, guys. This is a big deal for us because the higher the share price, the better, because it's going to hurt the short sellers. The higher the price, more hurt, the short sellers will be, because when they have to cover, and believe me, they will have to cover. They can pay interest. They can still pay interest, but at the moment, it won't be bearable for them to keep paying interest. So they'll have to cover. And when they cover, the higher the price, the more hurt it will be, and the better for those who hold, for the short squeeze to happen. So that's number 2. And finally, I have this huge news, so Barstool Portnoy put $700,000 into AMC shares following the squeeze losses on GameStop. This is a tweet from him yesterday, February 2nd. I officially sold my meme stocks. I lost 700K-ish. Vlad and company stole it from me and should be in jail. Vlad referring to, the owner or the CEO of Robinhood. So this is also a big news. Why? Because this guy invested heavily in GameStop. And he, as he mentioned in his tweet, he did lose 700,000. Now, he also mentioned on his tweet from yesterday that he's buying 700,000 worth of AMC shares. Meaning, if he didn't believe that AMC short squeeze was still to happen, he wouldn't do that. Why the heck will you put $700,000 into a company stock where you don't believe the stock price will significantly go high? It doesn't make any sense. So this is also something very big for us, guys, because it does gives us confidence. It does gives us confidence in the bullish trend and the bullish sentiment we are in. I know everyone is at a different place with the money they invested, so I'm not saying that you should still buy even though it did dip, or even though we still think the short squeeze is to happen, so if you are in a position to buy more. If you are in a position to hold. If you are in a position where you can sell, or you have to sell because you can sustain your family, you can sustain your household because you put all your money into it, man, do what you think will be best for you. But again, I'm just relating the facts here. I'm just an internet guy, don't take my word for granted. I'm just relating the facts from how the market develops around AMC stock. All right, guys, that's everything I had for you. See you in the next video. Bye.